Good evening. It is Wednesday, June 5th. My book reviews. Gonna do kind of rapid fire book reviews chosen by some acquaintances of mine for my perusal. Starting with I Am an Immigrant 2. So I haven't looked these over. I'm just gonna give it a quick scan. Come across Australia with acclaimed Australian author. Why would I care about Australia? It's an island. Everybody has to go there. I'm Australian too. My mum. I don't love that mum is used. My mum was born in Sydney. My dad in Ballarat. And I was born in Melbourne. How Australian is that? I'm an immigrant too? Well, if they're born in Australia, how are they an immigrant? All right, let's see. Not bad artwork. I'll give it one more. My dad grew up in Darwin. My mom in Humpty Doo. Our mom's been here forever. Now we share the place with you. If they've been here forever, my family came from Ireland. These are not immigrants. These are people related to immigrants. Came from Italy. Family came from Italy. My auntie came from Athens. This is misleading. I'm an immigrant too. This book is not about immigrants. It's about the children of people who immigrated from somewhere else, which is essentially everybody at some point came from somewhere else. So somewhere in someone's family, they came from somewhere else. If you go far enough back, everyone's an immigrant to some degree or another. You can talk about indigenous people, but they probably came from somewhere else, even if you have to go back 100,000 years. Yeah. Don't like it. Misleading. Moving on. Heavy words, lightly thrown. Tagline, the reason behind the rhyme. All right. Seamy and quirky stories behind favorite nursery rhymes. Maybe. Got potential. Non-fiction. Oh, fairy tale. Dewey Decimal Number. Inside flap. Nursery rhymes are rarely as innocent as they seem. Not a great start there. Okay. Oop, that needs to be taken out. Little slip of paper. Preface to the U.S. edition. Okay, let's skip that. Introduction. Oh, God. Get rid of that. Moving on. Heavy words, lightly thrown. Little Jack sat in a corner eating his Christmas pie. He stuck his thumb, pulled out a plum, and said, "What a good boy am I." Little Jack Horner was actually Thomas Horner. Blah, 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 blah. Always keen to raise fresh funds. Blah, 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 blah. Not great with the TLDR, but not too bad. So, doesn't have a TLDR's geez, I can't think of what TLDR means. Too long, didn't read. So this is not actually too long. It's just a few pages, so it doesn't need a TLDR, though it would be nice to have kind of a summary of the rhyme. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack jump over a candlestick. Super short, and just a 2-bit. You know what? Various peg associations here. This is not bad. I could see on a cursory evaluation, I'm going to give this a pass. This deserves a closer look. I may actually set this aside and read through it. Well done, Chris Roberts. This is only my first video for book reviews, for rapid book reviews. So I suspect positive passes will be rare. Although we're batting a even average here. I'm not a baseball guy. What is it? Batting a 500? Does it go off 1,000? So batting 500? Yeah. Anyway, The Hen Who Dreamed She Could Fly. Not a bad title, although as a fiction, when you have a picture of something that's named in the title, that's generally speaking frowned upon. So minus a few points there. It's short. That's a good sign. Writers from South Korea. So maybe a translation. That's iffy. Oh yeah, a translation. That's tough to do well. Okay, let's start off. The egg rolled to a stop upon reaching the wire mesh of the coop. Not a bad. Uh-oh, here we go. Some filtering language. Sprout looked at it. A chalky egg flecked with blood. I like the blood. She hadn't laid an egg in 2 days. She doubted she could anymore. Yet there it was, one small, sad egg. This cannot happen again, she thought. Yeah, it's italicized. You don't need to say she thought. Would the farmer's wife take it? I'm just not caring about this egg. She collected all the others. What else would she do? Complaining every time that they were getting smaller and smaller. Why do I think of like the Game of Thrones dragons there, historically? Anyway, she wouldn't leave this one behind just because it was ugly, would she? So you're wanting to sell out your babies, prove your worth? That's a pretty harsh reality. Life of a chicken. Dreamed she could fly. She couldn't even stand upright today. No wonder. I'm just not caring about a chicken's eggs. All right. Fly in the coop. I'm hungry. Hurry, hurry. Breakfast. Blah, blah, blah. I refuse to leave another egg ever. Oh, no. The drama. Sprout liked to stare out into the barnyard. Is this chapter 2? She would much rather watch the duck. Okay. Liked to stare. Would much rather watch. She imagined herself freely. You got adverbs, a whole bunch of filtering language. Oh, she sighed. It was pointless to dream. It's pointless to read this story. Okay, so it says she sighed. It was pointless to dream. And I'm saying it's pointless to read on because there's nothing here. There's nothing here for me. This is a pass. But that's it. Next week, I plan on reviewing 3 to 5 more books. Rapid fire. And I will perhaps even do an update on that rhyming book to see if it is worthy, as I suspect it may be, for further investment of time. And have a good evening.